Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a cheese compilation for July 2020. It's going to be Summicron versus Falcon Pally in game number 1 here on Golden Wall. This is going to illustrate a problem that somebody found yesterday, July 28th, on the ladder, and let's go ahead and get right into it here. Bottom right-hand corner, we have the purple Protoss player, Falcon Pally. And on the left side here, we have the blue Terran player, Summicron. Alright, so both these players, you may have some concept of who they are. We're going to speed this up, because honestly, not much happens except for some really incredible stuff. So Summicron mines out of his wall back here on Golden Wall, which is something we see quite a bit of because it's a very cheesy map. Comes on over and starts building a command center. Now you might say to yourself, this is a command center rush. But aha, look, no refineries coming up. There is an engineering bay, however, but with no gas to upgrade to a planetary fortress. This is not normal because look, a barracks is coming up as well. We're not actually mining through the back here. I am blissfully unaware this is happening, right? I don't know what's going on back there at all. I actually went for a Nexus first play because I'm a greedy Protoss into a gateway, into gas, into double gas actually, and then finally I'm going to get my cyber core. So it's not the tightest Protoss build of all time, but I'm just going for greed and just going for whatever I want to do as Protoss, which is generally Zealots and Archons. So we'll get there eventually. Now look, the command center is done and he's building another command center. For what purpose, you might ask? He does have gas back home. He is getting supply depots. He's building bunkers and he's building marines. And now he's got a command center that he could probably mine from back here if he wanted to. Let's take a look. What are we doing here? We're filling the bunker with marines. What good does that do down here, right? You're asking, what's going on? What are these shenanigans that Summicron is playing around with? Well, we'll have to see, right? Let's take a look. Take a look and see what's going on here. He's making another barracks because he's tired of the one barracks not producing enough marines to fill these bunkers fast enough, which is entirely fair. He's on a fully saturated base, basically, and only has one barracks to produce stuff with. So, yeah, that's not going to be great for him in the long run. But bunker, 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 bunker. Marine production is happening. I guess he could reactor one. Summicron was originally a Terran player. You'd think he would know about reactoring, but I guess 2 barracks it is. All right, so we have 4 barracks here. Trying to fill them. I guess we should speed this up a tiny bit. What are we waiting for here? I mean, I'm in this replay, obviously. I'm just like happily getting charged for my Zealots, getting additional gateways, getting a ton of gas out, going for double forge. Everything's cool over on Protossville, back in Terran land, and nothing is happening to speak of whatsoever. Summicron's gonna be mad when he watches this. Gonna be like, I know what reactors are, but I'm like, why did you just build 2 barracks instead of getting a reactor? You have enough gas for it. Okay, so the plan here is to fill these bunkers. But to what end? Why? Why would you put bunkers here? If you're going to planetary fortress rush, you should have done it a while ago. Here we go. Here we go. Command center's here. The bunkers are getting loaded. The moment of truth we've all been waiting for. I still can't believe these barracks aren't reactored. All right, I'm going to shut up about that. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I don't want to miss it. I want to speed this up, but I also don't want to miss the thing. There's a thing that's going to happen here. You're going to be very, very interested in about 4 seconds or so. And finally, the bunkers are getting full. The bunkers are getting full. All right, cool. So here's the play. Comes over. Boop! What happened? What you just saw was Summicron trying to demonstrate something, but accidentally showing another thing, wherein you can load a command center into itself. That is some black magic stuff right there. There are links in the description to Twitch clips showing this. I did not edit this in any way. The command center still exists, but you can't click it. You can't select it. The reason we know it still exists is because if you got all of your other buildings destroyed, you do not lose the game. The command center is still here for some reason. Isn't that crazy? You might have noticed yesterday that they shut down all competitive matchmaking in StarCraft 2. This is why. Stuff like this is happening. Okay. So Salvacron, again, was trying to demonstrate a different trick, but ended up doing this one instead, wherein he made the command center disappear into itself. He's building additional command centers in case it happens again. But let's try trick one more time here. It's incredible. So you lift it, and basically... Oh, so there you go. No, we loaded an SCV. Hold on. So you press the load button. And what... It doesn't work first try, every try, but it does work eventually here, where you can load not just SCVs. He's trying this. He's our expert. I know. This is like the worst magic show of all time. I guess maybe I'm just lowering your expectations as to what is going to happen here exactly. He keeps bringing the SCV in. And there it is! It makes me laugh every time. The command center is gone. You can't select it. There's nothing here. It's still providing supply. I guess that's another way that you know it's still here, technically, in the game. See, this is why he got a backup command center this time around, because he was like, what in the shenanigans? Look at me. I'm just Archon Zealot all day long here, friends. Just 120 supply Protoss, getting 2-2 upgrades, and I'm not moving out yet because I'm afraid of Terrans. Apparently. Why is he unloading his Marines? He didn't tell me he was doing this. What is happening right now? Goodbye, Marines. Fare thee well. Yeah, so he's constantly unloading and loading the SCV in an attempt to do this thing. I guess at this point I'll just tell you, he's trying to load the bunker into the command center. During that short period on the 28th of July, we had people, he did it! Did he do it? He did it! He got a bunker in. Look, the bunker disappeared. Ta-da! So, so he lifted up the bunker and then disappeared himself again. Apparently, the disappearing command center trick is easier than the lifting buildings into the command center trick. We've seen people lift planetary fortresses into command centers. We did some testing with that in a different game. But you have to kill the command center to get the planetary fortress to come out. So it's a little bit anticlimactic. We've seen people manage to get battle cruisers inside of command centers somehow. I don't know how. But yeah, there's going to be a link to a bunch of Twitch clips and GIFs in the description of the shenanigans. There we go. He got it. He picked up the bunker. He didn't disappear the entire command center. And now watch this action. This is the craziest thing you'll see today. Maybe not. He's got a bunker inside a command center, and he's firing on my stuff. He's killing probes. These zealots are like, hey, what's happening? What? It's a flying fortress with 1,500 HP with Marines inside it firing on enemies. Look at the micro, too. I mean, not that it really matters. The Adept, or the Archon, is just holding still regardless. But look, you kill Archons with this stuff. And look, he unloaded the bunker inside my base. I must respond to unloaded somehow bunker with Marines and inside my base with the flying command center that did that. That's one of the better gifts, too. If you, please click them in the description. You'll enjoy them. Dude shows up with a command center in another Terran base and goes bunker, 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 full of Marines. And it's like, instant bunker rush. Instant bunker rush. Can you see why maybe this was patched out real fast in StarCraft 2? if you missed this, I feel bad. I'm like, all right, that's it. Counterattack time. This is shenanigans. But yes, you know what? I can't win. There are disappeared command centers on this map that I can't kill, and until I kill them, I can't get a win condition. I can force a draw, but I cannot win. And the Terran cannot lose. Again, can you see why this was patched out? I hope you can. It's a little fidgety. There we go. Another bunker. Shwoop. Sucked up into the command center through the micro abilities of Somicron. And this, again, a flying fortress that takes so much damage to kill. It's firing. So again, if you're better at this trick, or I guess you were better at this trick, because it's probably gone by the time you see this. It's gone anyway. It's gone by the time I'm recording this. Again, they shut down the ladder. They're patching. You could get like 4 loaded bunkers in here. Maybe 5? I don't know how the slots work exactly, but like 5 loaded bunkers with Marines and just moving around. Super hard to kill because it's got 1500 HP protecting it and guarding it. It's incredible. Look, you kill the command center, there's a bunker inside. It's like a Kinder egg. Kinder surprise, right? It's amazing. It is the darn funniest thing I have seen in StarCraft in a long time. In a long time. Mr. GG. Somicron could have forced a draw there, but he was a gentleman and decided not to. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Wow. This is so fun. So entertaining. But yeah, man, it's small time in the StarCraft 2 world. It's gone now, but it was there for a brief moment. And we've immortalized it on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch. We've got clips, we've got video showing this is the case. So good. So good. All right. So let's move on into the cheese compilation. I mean, that counts as cheese. I wanted one. I wanted one with the cheese here, of this kind of cheese, and we got it. So let's go ahead and move on. We'll be right back. All right. So for game number 2 here, it's going to be Flipparto versus T-Man here on Eternal Empire. Good luck. I'm Terran. No, you. Me too. What the? That's a weird conversation. Top right is the red Protoss player, Flipparto. And in the bottom left, it is the blue Terran player with the Brood War skin for his command center. It is T-Man. He purchased the war chest, and with it got some skins for Terran buildings. Pretty cool stuff, T-Man. It looks good, I think. It's kind of cool. The old command center aesthetic. I don't think it really matters. Like, it doesn't affect gameplay at all. Anyway. All right, Flipparto. All right, T-Man. Who's going to be the cheeser here? Special thanks to my screeners this month. Somicron, Alchemy, Ryan, Scott, and Jim. That's a Ryan, Scott, and Jim. I don't have a Ryan Scott screening for me, but there's a Ryan and a Scott. Anyway, thank you for screening the stuff this month. I appreciate the time it took you guys to get through that and choose the very best ones. I'm only going to cast ones that got more than 1 vote from the screeners because I had so many this month, which is great. The more screeners, the better. And if you want Falcon Paladin to cast your cheesy replays, send them to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of cheese. We'll toss them over to the screeners. They'll choose the best ones, and they will show up on the channel. So far, I don't know. Double gas here from Flipparto is a little bit, and the Cybercore. Okay, so not going for 1 gate expand. It's a 1 base in play. Out of Flipparto. T-Man going for a 1 Rax expand, although maybe he shouldn't, considering he sees that Cybercore coming up. And he sees the double gas, and Flipparto has some things in mind here. Really does. Before anything gets too crazy here, I just want to say some rules for cheese. Don't send me any worker rushes unless they're unique in some way and we haven't seen them before. Number 2, if you're a higher level player, like you're a pro or a GM, send me your cheese. I've told my screeners to consider rank here. So master's level, again, better. The better the rank is, the more efficient the cheese is, the more entertaining it is generally. And number 3, anything longer than 7 minutes better have a gosh darn good reason for being longer than 7 minutes. All right? Those are the rules. Write them down somewhere. So next time you're doing cheese, think about those. And we'll be on the same page. Hit that like button, too, if you're enjoying this so far. My gosh, that first game. That first game was, again, an exhibition more than anything else, but holy smokes, that was a ton of fun. Okay, robotics facility here from Fliparto. SCV comes in, gets a perfect full-on scout. Like, holy smokes, full-on scout. Which is why this expansion, I'm worried about it if I'm T-Man at the moment. He's getting a bunker, which is pretty smart, I guess. It's going to be Warp Prism shenanigans, man. I feel like it is. I don't know why there's a forge, though. I guess he hasn't made any cannons. I guess, like, maybe he might need a cannon? Whatever. The Reaper scouted about for some proxy stuff. Didn't find anything because there's nothing to find, but scouting for proxy stuff with the Reaper is a smart idea. So I like what T-Man was up to there. Barracks. Yeah, man. Is he just going... Yeah, double tech lab on these. Probably just a bunch of Marauders. Seems like a good idea. If you're worried about Stalkers, it's not a bad idea to get a bunch of Marauders here. So we're going for Warp Gate. We're getting Immortals. We're getting Stalkers, would be my guess at this stage. And it's going to be some kind of a Warp Prism Stalker Immortal shenaniganry play. You know what's good against all of that? Pretty much a ton of Marauders. Well, I guess Marines would be better. Right? A ton of Marines. Really good against Stalkers. Really good against Immortals. And really good against Warp Prisms. Marauders might not be the right answer here. He's making a couple anyway, though. He's not doing anything with the Tech Labs otherwise at the moment. Fliparto's actually getting +1 attack, which is not something we see a ton of in the Cheese compilation, but... Because games don't last long enough for upgrades to be great. He's bringing the probes along. 2 probes, anyway. Why didn't he didn't fill it up? Where's your other Stalker? I guess he left the Stalker at home for base defense. Fair enough. We've seen this, though. We've seen this play. He's going to go ahead and use the Warp Prism to create a warp field that then he builds cannons in, and that's why he has the Forge. All right, cool stuff. I am on board for this one. Let's see how the Terran player responds to it. Concussive shells on the way. Combat shield coming in. Ghost coming in. Wow. A 4-minute ghost, and then, oh, the worst timing for T-Man. He moves out right as this stuff happens. I mean, not that, oh, actually, he can see it. So is he coming back? He is coming back home. And I don't know. I don't know if this actually works. I mean, the Immortal shenanigans is pretty cool. Oh, if he can get the Warp Prism before the cannon's finished, that would be huge. Okay, so they're not powered, but they're coming in. He needs that warp field again. There we go. There we go. Oh, this Immortal's already up to 3 kills, but look at this. Oh, the cannons pop in right in the gosh darn nick of time. They're trying to get the... I guess there's already a pylon here, so the Warp Prism isn't actually needed for that anymore. Oh, this is good. This is some good control by Fliparto. And there's a shield battery in the mix. I didn't even notice that before now. All right, man. SCV is trying to get a surround on this. All right, so the Immortal's going to die. The question is... All right, so that's good. And then the cannons aren't in range to kill anything else except maybe this tech lab. It's on fire. But it should finish combat shield before it burns down, and it does. But Warp Prism is back, and guess what? Another Immortal here. Army supply is 15 to 8. This is not good. This is really bad for T-Man at the moment. He is floating about 1,500 minerals. So if he'd just been kind of pumping units during that attack, he would be in a better situation here. But again, I like Marines in this situation. He just needs more of them. The Marauders, again, surprisingly bad against the Immortal. Once again, SCVs coming in. You have to engage with the SCVs. What are you even target firing? Okay, it looks like he wants to kill that cannon, but as a result... Oh, the Warp Prism, or the shield battery. He was target firing the shield battery, and Fliparto gets the win in 626. Good stuff. I mean, it was a good build. It was well executed, and then just the decision-making and the control afterward was pretty fantastic. I mean, that's a 6-kill cannon, 8-kill cannon, 12-kill cannon. The one closest to the SCVs racking up those kills for sure. And then Warp Prism would made it all work. So nicely done for game number 2. Let's keep this moving. Stick with it. All right, we got a 2v2 here on Effervescence with Mad Scientist, Bits Please, Air, and Solo. Bottom left side of the map, we have the red Terran player Air and his teammate, the blue Zerg player Solo. Kind of like Air Solo as a combination. And in the top right, we have the purple Terran player Bits Please And then Mad Scientist, who is a TL Protoss player with a super cool skin. Good combination there. And it's a 2v2. 2v2s are super darn cheesy, you guys. Holy smokes, are they cheesy. And Bits Please has taken advantage of that. Oh man, triple SCB, triple proxy racks here from Bits Please, and a forge here for Mad Scientist. Are you streaming? Says Air. Are Mad Scientists or Bits Please streamers? Maybe they are. A lot of people are streaming these days. Nah, says Bits Please. But I'm gonna toss a pylon over here inside your face. Do you remember me? Says Air. Yeah? I thought that was another barracks. No, Air's going double gas. Air just might be dead here. Not yet, says Mad Scientist. Okay, well, dang, going double gas. What were you even trying to do, Air? Like, let's have a quick discussion here as adults. What was your build wherein you went double gas in one barracks? Your gases were done before your barracks was done. Were you trying to go Marauders? I guess. Like concussive shell Marauder, maybe, but it's not the right way. Anyway, so everyone's focused on killing these cannons, which they should be able to do. There's a Marine in production. This cannon's going to die. Oh, he blocked them out. That's why you have supply depots that can lower. Ho, ho. That cannon didn't die. Okay. So further attempts to wall out here. Mad Scientist is investing a lot into this. Just cancel. He wants the bunker though. I don't know. I don't know if it matters. Do you cancel the bunker? Ugh. Some Lings came over from solo to try to do something, but they are just too late. The cannons are up. This is just a cluster right here. What a total mess here inside Air's base. Meanwhile, we're making stuff like... Okay, so the first Marines are out for Bits Please. There's really no coming back from this. The repair is not enough. Nope. Not enough. Should have been enough, but I think he pulled off repairing there by accident for a little bit. And then Bits Please is like, hey, the Zerg player... Air is out. And the Zerg player, I think, went for... Yeah. Okay, GG. Oh, and he threw up the gateway inside the house as well here. Brutal. Just a brutal cannon rush. But again, against someone who goes double gas, I don't know what that was. I do want to know, did the Zerg player go hatch first in a 2v2? He did not. So he went extractor pool. He's getting gas. Is he floating? He's floating about 300 minerals here. And now he's expanding. Yeah, just not enough, dude. He should have brought some drones over to help. I think that would have been good. Oh, there we go. I missed that high Falcon Paladin the first time. How's it going, Mad Scientist? He did submit this one in, didn't he? All right. Good stuff. Good quality cannon rush there with the gateway, with the triple proxy racks. 2v2, they have just oodles of different kinds of cheese. It's kind of hard to get bored of all of them because there are so many you can roll with. But fantastic. Really good. All right, let's keep this thing moving, and we'll be back. More Zergy-Zerg. Here on Ice and Chrome, which is not actually a great map if you're trying to cheese, I don't think. All right, so top right here, we have GLHF, and in the bottom left, it is Jessica. Huh. Kind of rare just to see a female name as your name in StarCraft 2, but all right. Who's going to be the cheeser? That is a very, very early drone here on Ice and Chrome. Early drone on Ice and Chrome all the live long day. Early drone on Ice and Chrome, ooh-doo-doo-doo day. Yep, there's a pool coming up too. All right, so yes, this is definitely not just a scouting worker, although I do tell people, scout with your workers, man. It's great. Is he going to hatch there? Okay, so third base location. Not bad. Not going to be scattered as easily if you just plop down a hatchery right in the natural base or, like, try to sneak it inside the Terran base and put it here. This feels like Roach. This feels like an attempt at... Yeah, there's the gas. Feels like an attempt... Oh, it's late, dude. Are you going to... He's like, I have to get upgrades, and I have to get gas. I have to pull workers off for the Vespines. So I'll get a hatch when I get it. Falcon, leave me alone. All right, no, you're cool. You're cool, GLHF. Don't worry about it. And 300 minerals arrive now. Cool. So while that's happening and Jessica's not doing anything out of the ordinary, except, nope, making a Reaper. Please check out the Falcon Paladin Hour. It is a weekly podcast with myself and Somicron, who you might have seen in game number 1. We talk about GSL. We make bets on GSL. We talk about different TV shows and movies and books and things that are happening. If you're curious what my thoughts are on peace talks, they're going to be in the podcast. They might, nope, next podcast they'll be there, but wait for them. The Jim Butcher latest Dresden Files novel, Peace Talks. Additionally, again, different TV shows that are happening, like What We Do in the Shadows, which was a lot of fun, and on FX recently. We talk about different anime, too, if you're into that kind of thing. Fire Force is currently airing. I got Somicron to start watching Demon Slayer, which I'm very excited about. Anyway, just search Falcon Paladin in your podcast app, and we will find it every time, I promise. Super easy to find. We're also on Spotify, if you like listening to podcasts on Spotify, which I know some people do. So, in other news, that is a Roach Warren from GLHF. He is, that hatchery is going to pop here. Here's the problem with this, is the Reaper comes in and scouts the Roach Warren and sees there's no expansion and says, okay, so either this Zerg player is bad, or there's a proxy somewhere. And the lower you are on the ladder, the less likely it is for them to consider that it's a proxy. So, I don't know, so far so good. The Reaper didn't actually kill anything, as nothing has died on the units lost tab here. There's your double gas. There's your queen. Saturating all the stuff. Making the roaches. And, like, at this point, there's a couple Marines out for Jessica. So, the roaches are going to kill those super duper easily. Like, a bunker would be good in this situation. Also, Marauders would be incredible, but we're not getting there. And the factory's not going to make anything useful, except maybe a Widow Mine. Like, a really nice Widow Mine shot would do incredible things here. But, Ravagers on the way. Factory is, in fact, maybe going for Hellions, as is tradition. It's the normal thing is to go for Hellions, right? That's why you have the reactor and then you swap over. But you know what's really bad against Hellions? Or really good against Hellions is Ravagers. Ooh, there was a bunker attempt. But there's going to be no Marines left to get inside the bunker. Okay, that's a problem. The Reaper gets inside the bunker. All right, minor victory, but guess what? The bunker's dead anyway. SCV down, more roaches showing up, but I think that's a GG. I think Jessica's just going to be out at this point. I mean, sure. To this point, it's one base versus one base. But you just don't have anything. Ooh, Widow Mines are coming up. Again, a really nice Widow Mine shot would be incredible at the situation. Oh, no. Don't. All right. Well, the SCVs are going to fight, but they're not having a good time. The Widow Mines are here. The Widow Mines are a great deterrent for Zerg, because Widow Mines do tons of damage. Ow. Against anything that has very low HP, and you know what has very low HP? Most of what Zerg makes. Like, except Ultralisks. Everything else, low HP. These roaches just don't care. They just walk right up. That Widow Mine doesn't even manage to burrow all the way. There's a Marauder with a bunker here. It's a little bit touch and go for Jessica. Jessica, hold on. I guess killing supply depots is not a bad idea, although Jessica is not going to be supply blocked. Really, not anytime soon at this point. Still making roaches, making some lings too. I do like the Zergling concept when you're fighting against Marauders for sure. And okay, so the Ravager dies. Not bad play here, gotta say. Jessica holding on. Jessica's still on 2 bases. Jessica still at 17 workers. GLHF has a lot of workers, but 1 base, and a Zerg player is just not going to be cost efficient that way. So that's why he's expanding. Excellent. I guess this is technically a base, but there's nothing mining from it at all. In fact, and the longer you wait here, GLHF, the worse it's going to be for you, friend. Like, you need to go kill stuff now, because you're behind. You're behind, I say. Jessica's already up to 21 workers. Oh, you saw that, right? Oh, I guess, yeah, all right. Firing on the Overlord is not a bad target. It doesn't kill it, and then it can't fire again for a while. Once again, SCV is coming off the line to try to buffer. This is not bad, actually. The SCV's buffering exceptionally well while the Marauders actually deal the damage. Widow Mine kills a Roach. This is touch and go, man. I think I said that once already, but like Jessica holding on. That bunker's going to finish. The Marauders are pretty decent versus the Ravagers. A lot of SCVs have died, but Jessica has mules. Jessica has 2 bases with which to make SCVs, which she's doing right now. Ton of Roaches just popped for GLHF, though, and suddenly it's 30 to 12 army supply. So, yeah, he's not waiting. Not waiting, GLHF. The repair is good. You need to Crocobile down those SCVs, friend. Hey, there we go. That was a pretty good hit. Dude, this bunker hold, though. This bunker hold is nuts, though. Come on, come on. Oh, the Ravagers are dead. 2 Marauders inside a bunker versus 2 Roaches. And the repair. Look at the creep spread. I love this creep tumor from GLHF so much. This is 12 Roaches, 5 Ravagers, and 8 Lings dead. But 4 Marines, 2 Marauders, 26 SCVs are gone, too. Again, I know I say this a lot, but like for real, if you're being cheesed like this, feel free to sacrifice some workers to stay alive, because your opponent sacrificed workers to do this kind of a thing. You can handle it. I promise. So GLHF's natural base is done. I like that he's sprinkling in drone production, not just like sitting on 19 workers and making nothing but Roaches and Ravagers here. He's at 28 workers now. It's nice. All right, is this enough? Corrosive Piles, bunker the repair though. The repair. Oh my gosh, the repair is so good. Repair OP. Nerf repair. Okay, just kidding. It's gone. Hey, look, a Banshee came out. You know what would have been really nice? Like 2 minutes ago was a Banshee. Queen versus Banshee, and Queen usually wins that, huh? You have any more? Oh my gosh, he's getting cloaked. Kill as many SCVs as you can, and they're willing to acquiesce. So the SCVs are going to fight. They're all going to die. Unfortunately, there are 5 SCVs remaining. I know mules exist. I understand that mules exist, but the income tab is not being very friendly to our Terran player at the moment. And that's a GG. Jessica taps out. GLHF is your winner in 8 minutes and 9 seconds. Yeah, see, a little bit longer than 7 minutes, but non-stop action, man. For the last 5 minutes, that was great. I love the creep up here. That was really good. Again, the expansion with the extra workers was fantastic, too. Could have transferred some drones down here, but you know what? It was crazy for the time being. And yeah, getting a Banshee out sooner would have helped Jessica immensely. Fortunately, couldn't quite get there, and you know, it happens to the best of us. It really does. All right, sweet. So we're going to keep this thing going. This has been good so far. I think these are some good replays. Keep it moving on after GLHF gets the win. Be right back. Shadow Slayer versus Soriano. Here on Submarine, the latter edition, a very short rush distance map. It's vetoed in a lot of map pools by different players. Top left-hand corner, we've got Shadow Slayer. He's a red Protoss player. And in the bottom right, it is the blue Zerg player, Soriano. Which, I feel like that's a soccer player. Soriano. I mean, that's obviously, well, not obviously, but it's probably a very common surname as well. I'm going to look this up while this probe moves out. Soriano. Alfonso Soriano. Oh, he's a baseball player. Cool. Why did I think soccer player? Soriano in sports. Alfonso Soriano. Oh, all right. Fair enough. He's Dominican. Cool. I think that's it. Alfonso Soriano is the only famous sports ball person. Used to play for the Yankees. Plays for the Cubs, I guess, right now. Cool. All right. That's what I was thinking. Alfonso Soriano. I mean, learning about sports ball with Falcon. That's why people click on this, right? They're like, boy, I hope Falcon talks about sports ball during my esports. That's my favorite thing. No, I know it's not, but that's what I'm into, guys. I like sports ball. I love esports. I am a sports-aholic. I like all the sports. The NBA is back. I'm so happy about it. I could jump off of buildings. Is that what you do when you're happy about stuff? You jump off of buildings? Probably not. Probably not how that works. Okay, who's cheesing? Nothing about this is cheesy at all. We got Gateway, Cyber... Okay, so he hasn't expanded. That's a little bit cheesy from Shadow Slayer. And what I like about this is the Zerg player, if he comes up, he's like, yes, a normal wall, cool, and won't notice there's not an expansion. However, Overlords can fly over walls. So, maybe that's why they're called Overlords. Ah, this. This right here is why we're here. That was redundant. This pylon is why we're here in this cheesy game and not watching something else. What you got for me, man? Stargate? I bet it's a Stargate. I bet it's a Stargate. You have resources to build whatever you want. Go. Ooh, Robo. Okay. So like... Warp Prism, I guess? Sure. Warp Prism. I'm down. This feels like a lot of Zealots to me. But without charge. Because, like, we aren't getting a Citadel. Or, sorry, a Twilight. Oh, this is the first time in a while I've called a StarCraft building by its Brood War name. I go the other way all the time when I'm casting Brood War, but if you're here from the Brood War, by the way, and you're like, I'll give this StarCraft 2 a chance, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And if you're here just because you love all StarCraft and you always have, like, that makes me warm and happy on the inside, too. StarCraft is great. It makes me sad that people don't like one or the other. But, hey, it's their opinions. Like, you can't do anything about it. I'm not going to be mad at them. Just, you know, wish everyone loved all StarCraft. All right, man. So these are shield batteries. Like, you should probably kill the Zealot before the shield battery finishes. And you're going to be able to. Check this action out. Zealot down. Great victory. Now kill this stuff. Because shield batteries by themselves, surprisingly, don't do any damage. Which is hilarious. Oh, no. 2 more Zealots have walked across the map. And what the heck is this? I guess it's immortal. All right, immortal then. Oh, this queen, though. Look at these immortal Zealots. Hang on. Stay in range. They're immortal in this area. Is where they are. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. This queen, stepping off creep is dangerous, Ms. Queen. It is. Lings in production. Tell me you have speed. How do you not have speed? How, as a Zerg player, at 4 minutes, do you not have speed? Does it really matter here, though? Like, you're jumping on top of this stuff pretty quickly anyway. The problem is everything here is immortal because of the shield batteries. See, this is where people are like, can they not start off with full energy when they're across the map? They weren't intended to be offensive structures, but, like, has turned them into offensive structures real fast and popularized this very kind of thing. And, like, it, you know, kind of like how the super duper shield overcharge thing, you can only use it if you're within a certain amount of range of a nexus. If you were in a certain amount of range of a nexus, then the shield batteries would start with full energy. That'd be cool. Oh my gosh, the unload. The sick unload on the queen. The war prism is worth its weight in gold here. The Lings are here again. I don't know that speed actually matters at all. Holy crap. This is 1,300 resources lost for Soriano and 100 resources lost for Shadow Slayer. That was that one Zealot earlier in the match. Uno Zealoto has perished today. Shadow Slayer with one of the more cost-efficient cheeses we have seen in some time. Sometime, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, the Zealots are here. Again, they don't have charge. They don't have upgrades. It doesn't matter. They have super cool orange side blades because they're purifier skin. And, like, there's Lings and Queens. It's just not enough, man. You need Roaches or Banelings to handle this many Zealots, generally. That Zealot... Oh, save this fancy Warp Prism Micro. What are we watching right now? Shadow Slayer saves the Zealot with fancy Warp Prism Micro and an APM of all of 121 and gets the win. Okay, that's a 12-kill Immortal. That's a 12-kill Zealot. A 10-kill Zealot. Somehow, these have 0. Hey, Shadow Slayer. How's it going, man? Good win. Great win. I hope you're watching this cast. If you are, leave me a comment. I'll respond to it. I said hi to you here, right? I can say hi to you in the cast as well. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, man. That was mean. Although, I'm just going to point out, Soriano not getting speed at all, like at the 6-minute mark, it's not done yet, is problematic. But, I mean, this is problematic as well, so good call. Yeah, man. 1,850 resources lost to 100 resources lost. That is, by golly, the most efficient. I think it's the most efficient cheese I might have ever seen. There might be others I'm not remembering, but whatever. Nicely done, Shadow Slayer. Getting the win. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to keep casting cheese because it's cheese compilation day. That's why. Actually, I don't think that needed an answer. Tactus versus Psychma? Oh, nice and chrome, the letter edition. Top right, red Protoss player Tactus with camel case letters. And in the bottom left, it is the blue Zerg player JK Ma? CJ Ma? We're going to call him CJ. How about that? Hope you're enjoying the cheese compilation. Hit that like button. Leave me a comment if you are. because that helps the algorithm know that I am here. And that's about it. I read every comment, you guys. Every single one that has ever been made on my channel. If you've heard it before, then you know that it's true. Double probe here. Why? Oh, one for scouting to throw any suspicion off of a proxy, right? And one to actually... Oh, never mind. Hold on a second. The Overlord saw both. But at lower levels, sometimes you're not watching what the Overlord sees as a Zerg player, as I can tell ya. Is this gonna... I think this is bait. Oh, it's actually a pull first play here from CJ. Let's see who wins this thing. I like this. So you pull off all the drones because you're like, oh no! That's a pylon inside my house. Cannons can potentially kill my spawning pool. Guess what you aren't looking at? This stuff. Wait, another pylon? Can you not... Oh, the high ground to the low ground problem. That's right. You need a pylon up here. So these cannons are going to cover a pylon that's... Or a cannon that's going to be put right here. Oh my gosh, the Lings. They're so worried about this. The bait is disgustingly good. That is such good bait right there. Holy cannoli. All right. Well, that's that. I don't, unless, hold on. Kill the cannon. Got the cannon. Kill the pylon. Get in the pylon before the cannon finishes. This is okay. This might actually be a decent hold out of CJ. Okay, this pylon dies. That's huge. What you need is a creep tumor. A creep tumor like here would be worth its weight in gold. I do like the spine. I do need a tumor, man. I know you're injecting. That's really important right now. Do not go down the ramp of death. Don't do it. You can't kill... Wait, CJ, no! CJ, no! CJ! Buddy! Friend! Namana! Amigo! What? No! No. Alright, no. Look, good win, Tactus. Congratulations, you won. CJ, buddy. Look. This spine was massive. This spine was so important. You're sitting on 600 minerals. Make some queens. Make some zerglings. Got a ton of gas here too. Start speed. Maybe get a roach warren. Spread creep out this way. Get him outside of your main base. Maybe you just didn't want to do all that. Maybe he just knew it was going to be an uphill climb. Because it is. As a Zerg player, if you get cannon rush, you don't shut it down fast enough. It's a total uphill climb. It's a one base to a one base, which is exactly what the Protoss player is up to. And what they want. All right. CJ didn't want to deal, but Tactus gets the win. Nicely done. Got a pile or a cannon up here, which is pretty cool. You don't see that very much. I love the distraction. The distraction at the early stages that allowed this to happen was beautiful. So more of that Protoss player. So GG on that one for Tactus. Let's keep this rolling. So this game is between Lusty Granny and Huso Buster. It's on Pillars of Gold, top right. It's a red Protoss player, Lusty Granny, which is probably the weirdest name I've seen this month. And in the bottom left, it is a blue Terran player, Huso Buster, which, I understand the Buster part of that. I don't know what Huso means. I'm going to Google it real quick. What is Huso? Is it like Spanish? Huso. Oh, Huso significado. No. Sound therapy. There's a thing called Huso, all in caps. This is not what I want. I need Huso significado. Translate, please. Oh, it means spindle. What? Spindle Buster? I am so confused. It's cool. We're fine. Everything is just great here in the Falcon Paladin Cheese compilation for July. Hey, look, it's a proxy barracks from Spindle Buster. What? I don't even... What? The confusion. The confusion is real. Alright, so just going to go double proxy barracks here, which is going to get scouted now. Because nice job, Probe, recognizing what's going on. Immediate gateway. Immediate gas, because we're probably going to want some adepts or stalkers or something. Slow zealots are going to be pretty bad in this situation. Just don't make any of those. Maybe a cannon would be good too, but how long do you want to wait for a forge would be the question of the day. I guess you make a Zealot, because what else do you do at this stage? He didn't expand, which is good. That helps Lusty Granny stay alive. I'm calling Lusty Granny a he when grandmothers are she, technically. I don't... Alright, so an SCV comes up and dies. Another SCV is trying to avoid death by running in circles. Oh, you're trying to... What? No, that's not happening. You're not getting a bunker up, dude. Should I? Alright. Here's the thing. I don't know if this cheese is going to work, because this is not cheese compilation. Look for successful cheese. More like a will cheese fail. Has Lag TV been doing that? Do you think they would mind if I just appropriated the will cheese fail name? Maybe I'll message them and ask. That would be a nice thing to do. Wow, remember when I was like, don't make Zealots, whatever you do? And then Lusty Granny was like, shut up, Falcon. I'm making nothing but Zealots. And then it actually kind of totally works out because, like, the Marine micro involved to do this is hard, especially if you only have 2 Marines versus this many Zealots. This is just Spindlebuster getting out macroed at what it is right now. It's 23 to 15 workers. The Zealot production is real. I mean, this here Marauder is a little bit scary. Whack, whack. Marine down. Marine down. Everybody go after the Marauder. No, says the Marauder. No, ring around the rosy time. He doesn't have, he almost has concussive, she's got concussive shell. So now he can, but he doesn't use it at all. Oh, you slowed the movement speed of that Zealot, but then you just stood there and let him smash you in the face. The movement speed didn't even come into it. So this is a dead Terran player. This is a cheese fail style thing. I love that we're just kind of hacking away at the barracks while we're chasing the Marauders. It's nice. That Marine felt like he had another lease on life, but other Zealots showed up and murdered him. And bam, Lusty Granny, your winner. 3 minutes and 50 seconds. So Falcon's advice there was maybe not great. I don't know. Did you not have... Adepts would have been cool. Stalkers would have been cool. But I guess against the Marauders, with the concussive shell especially, maybe Stalkers weren't the right idea. Just pump out a ton of Zealots on 2 gates and go. That's exactly what he did. Nice job, Lusty Granny. 50 resources lost for Lusty Granny and 875 for the Terran. Like, brutal. Another brutally super effective cheese. Although this was the held cheese that was super brutally effective. Fantastic. We shall continue. I believe this will be the last one of the day. So if you haven't hit the like button yet, hit the like button. I can tell if you didn't. We're back on Eternal Empire. Ooh. Broodwar hatch skin. Alright, it's going to be Bloody Dance versus C.E. Darlanio. Said Darlanio, something like that. Top right, it is the Red Zerg player, Bloody Dance, which, that evokes some imagery. And in the bottom left, it is the Blue Protoss player, C.E. Darlanio, which kind of reminds me of Dario. The, Holy smokes. Is TLO French? I'm having, like, the worst. The worst brain fart right now. He's German. Okay. He moved to Toronto, so I thought maybe he spoke French because he's German. Man, I've only known about Dario, only known about TLO since like 2010, so like, good job me. Brains sometimes. Yes, reminds me of Dario, the very nice man who plays StarCraft and is great at it. Anywho, what is happening? Is that a fake cannon rush or a real one? Well, by golly, that is, in fact, a forge. So we're cannon rushing here from C.E. Darlanio. Crikey, mate. Photon cannon coming up. Guess who can't see that? Bloody Dance. You know why? Because the vision range on a hatchery that's building is 0. It's effectively nothing, which is why you need to have your second Overlord over this. You might not know you want to scout with your overlords. I get that. It's really important for you. But then this happens. Bad stuff happens overall. So that pool timing is normal, but not great if you're being cannon rushed. Now, if it finishes too fast, the Zerg player can cancel it and get a refund. Which Bloody Dance is going to do because he's a good Zerg player. Bloody Dance, cancel the hatch. Cancel! Cancel! Wow. All right. Well, the hatch is dead. And I don't know if it can actually do anything. Can I get a queen out? Probably not. Cool. Well, that was fun. We can talk about the war chest a little bit. Again, the reason this cool hatcheries can exist is because Bloody Dance here bought the war chest, which you can do in the StarCraft 2 client. It supports esports, all right? It contributes to the prize pools for people that play professional StarCraft in 2020. And it gets you cool rewards like StarCraft comics and skins and dances and weird stuff like that in-game. It's very nice. I got it. It's cool indeed. All right. So at this point, if Bloody Dance wins this thing, I will be impressed. Because while I have seen professional StarCraft players come back from the situation, I don't know that I've ever seen a lobby StarCraft player successfully come back from the situation. Okay, killing the probe was a good step one. It was. It was a really nice step one, but the cannons are done now. From here, they can't really do much other than cover the ramp to a certain extent, which is nice, admittedly. Bloody Dance should have started a Roach Warren about a minute ago, and he didn't. So I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's... Like, you're gonna... Okay, there we go. It's late. It is late. And Darlanio's just doing whatever he wants back home, which is a Cyber Core, which is a cannon, just in case Lings somehow miraculously make it down this ramp, past these cannons, and across the entire map. You will be protected, Darlanio. I mean, that might be the most, like, paranoid cannon I've ever seen in a game. That was nuts. Because there's coverage. All right, it's fine. I mean, I guess if, like, Bloody Dance made a ton of speedlings and they all went, yes, in that case, you'd want defense, but maybe more than one cannon in that case. Also, that's why you wall off. Like, I don't know why he's not walled off. You have buildings anyway. Use them to wall off, put a cannon behind it, and then it's harder for a billion lings to cause you problems. At all. In fact, this is easier for them to cause you problems. And I'm sure Bloody Dance just isn't doing that because he assumes the wall is here. And he's tried it before and hasn't gone well. The lair tells me, Nidus? Okay. This is how I used to handle cannon rushes back in the day. Was go for the Nidus, the Ling Nidus play. But then it turned out that Protoss started getting ready for that. They'd cannon rush and they'd put pylons around the edges of their base so they had vision, and then they would kill it. They'd kill my Nidus worm with probes, and I would be a sad Zerg player, and I'd rage quit. So, there's going to be Roaches. Roaches, again, if they don't get out of the Nidus, they can't do anything. They're worthless. But if they get out of the Nidus, suddenly you're in a lot of trouble. Roaches are much scarier inside your base than Speedlings are, I think. Is that true? Protoss players, let me know in the comments. What is scarier to pop out of a Nidus for you? Is it Lings, like Speedlings and a couple Queens, or is it Roaches? Because I feel like I would be more worried about Roaches. I guess it depends on what you have, right? If you have a couple Immortals, ooh, that's in Vision too. If you have a couple Immortals, then like Roaches, whatever. But if you have a couple Immortals and as much as Speedlings, you're like, crap. That did not go well for me at all. This probe's like, I got this. I got the Nidus. No, you don't. And here we go. So that cannon's never going to finish. And these probes are fighting, and the queens are here. Ooh, and there are speedlings. I like it. I like this setup. So everything dies for the Protoss. Everything continues to die for the Protoss, and I think that's your good game. Bloody Dance has got this thing. It's 32-0 army supply, and good game well played, says Darlanio. Bam, Bloody Dance gets the win. Very nicely done. You know how you win this game if you're Darlanio is you watch for the Nidus and you shut it down. I know. I gave away the secret earlier, didn't I? Gosh dang it. Oh, amazing. What a ridiculous, ridiculous game that was. Maybe that's my thumbnail. That was kind of fun for a minute there, wasn't it? Although, I don't know. If it was just the Roaches and the probes are kind of buffering a little bit and the rest of the units are hitting and maybe there was a cannon that didn't die, maybe. But the Queens plus the Zerglings plus the Roaches was just brutal. I mean, if we look at the army supply when that thing popped, it's 33-4. Like, he's expanding behind this. He doesn't have anything. He has nothing. He has 4 army supply at 5.5 minutes. If you have 4 army supply because you've been expanding instead of making stuff with your gateways, you really need to watch out for Nidus. You really 100% have to watch out for Nidus or you're going to die a lot. Pro tips. Pro tips from Falcon Paladin. That's how this works. Look at me giving Protoss pro tips out. All right. Well, you know what? That's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of Cheese Compilation, this time for July 2020. A crazy time, but the StarCraft will keep coming. The StarCraft 2 will keep coming. The Brood War will keep coming. The Cheese Compilations every month will continue to arrive. Anyway, if you like what you heard and what you saw today, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.